Okay, everybody, sorry about that. There was a glitch. Um, Something hiccuped, and Joe and I apologize for that. What I was saying was Mark Wahlberg had bought a Chevrolet dealership, and then he's also looking for a location in one of the cities in South Carolina, one of the tourist cities, to put a Wahlberg's, which they have about 20 of those right now nationwide. And what's that?
Hi, Pam.
Hey,
Hi, Pam. Sorry, I didn't mean to
so
interrupt you, but we haven't seen Pam in forever. How you
we
doing?
what I wanted to say about Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch is
Sorry.
the whole industry is talking about or we're talking about today protecting your family. Now the funny thing about that is Marky Mark was talking about protecting his family as well, and what he was talking about was exactly this diversification. And so they asked him, well, what does your portfolio look like, and he laughed, right? He's been married now 9 years. He's been with his wife for 18 years. They have 4 kids. He laughed and said, back in the day, I was just an underwear model, and now I have, 6 or 8 different businesses. I'm involved in all of them. I'm involved in family businesses as well. And I just want to make sure that I leave something substantial behind for my 4 kids. And I thought, oh my God, that's exactly how my mindset was. And Joe and I had already talked about talking about protect your family because I had written it down on my little card for today. And it just kind of fell. It was like the universe saying, yep, that's what you need to talk to. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what? I'm gonna hit that Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch thing. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
y'all ever watch Wahlburgers, the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's his family and him. Him and Donnie and other one. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying. But so, but if you'll notice something, he's involved in a lot of different companies. Like you said, he's diversified. But you know what I noticed he does? You know how I know about the companies he's involved in?
Tell me,
Do you know
Joe.
how I know?
Tell me.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Because he wears the T-shirts from the companies he's involved in on the show all the time.
He does.
He really does.
He really does.
He
That's true.
does. He's got a water thing. He's got all kinds of different stuff. You know what I mean? But he really does because he's advertising.
Mm-hmm.
He's constantly walking around as a billboard. That's what they are. That's what a T-shirt is. It's a walking billboard.
Yes.
Ad space
And
on your
and
stuff.
and
I'm just saying
that's a very good point.
that didn't have anything to do with anything. I just thought
That's a very good point though, because you know,
he's got a
um,
horrible.
whenever I see him in an interview or on TV or anything, I always look to see what he's wearing. What's on his shirt, because he has his hands in so many different things that you never know what's going to pop up
Right.
next. And I think
Yeah.
this morning he said total he had 10 different businesses right now that he was personally involved in. And here's the funny part. Okay, he's not leaving any of his TV programs. He's not leaving any of his movie stuff. He's not leaving any of that. But he plans to be in South Carolina because they just opened. They just opened the Chevrolet dealership. He bought it from someone else, but they had to change hands
Yeah.
and everything. They just opened, and he plans to be there
Yeah.
for the next year, hands on. So when he gets involved in
Wow.
something, he makes a commitment, right? He says, "This is the commitment."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to see it through. And so I'm feeling as if though he's thinking his initial commitment is going to be a year at that Chevrolet place, and I think that's awesome. Can you imagine the traffic
Yeah.
in a little state like South Carolina that is going to get, if no other
Yeah.
reason, they're going to go by there just see if they can see his face or shake his hand or get a
Oh yeah.
an autograph. Yes, Mile 22 movie is coming out, and he was talking about that too. So I feel as if though we've kind of
Mile
covered.
22.
Yep, Mile 22. I feel as if though we've covered the protect your family pretty good. It does tie into crypto,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason that it does tie into crypto, especially right now, it's really down, y'all. And really, everybody that I talk to, everybody that I mastermind with, we're all of the same opinion. It's going to stay down for a little bit, okay? Um, and while it's down, it's your opportunity. You can't blame anybody. But I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this. There's someone that's going to be watching this now and or that will get the replay, Joe, that will wait and
Yeah.
procrastinate to buy their Bitcoin or buy their altcoin. And when Bitcoin is $8, $9, $10,000 again, they're going to be telling us, I wish I had of. And should I now? Because that's always the question, right? And let me answer that before it gets asked. Should I now, if it's $10,000? Well, um, this funny thing is, if if it's your time, if that's when you're ready, if that's when your aha moment comes along, if that's when all the cloud clears for you, and you see Bitcoin for what it is and
Then yeah.
decentralization and blockchain and coins, then absolutely you buy. And why do I say that? Could it go down? Oh, God, yes, it could go down. Could it go up? Oh, yes, absolutely. What I would say is not only buy it, but prepare to hold on to it. Don't prepare to just buy it short term. Um, and the reason that I
Right.
say that is because um, it is an investment. It has to be an investment, okay? And you're going to come out better, especially if you're getting in at, $8, $9, $10, $11,000. If you're getting in that window, you're going to come out better holding on to it long term. And if you have the ability to
Right.
buy more than one Bitcoin, then I advocate that you take one Bitcoin or two Bitcoin and
Do
put
it.
them on a cold storage. Okay, just forget you have them. Just put them on
Yeah.
a
Put it somewhere.
Tracer, a Nano, whatever. Put it in the safe. Forget about it. Take it out of your portfolio. Take it out of your active portfolio. Let me rephrase that. Take it out of your active portfolio. Forget about it because remember, there's only going to be 21, right? It's only going to be 21
Mm-hmm.
million.
Does
Yeah,
anybody out
buddy.
there know where to buy tracers and nanos and all that stuff? Anybody
Straight
know where to
from the
buy those?
straight from the company. Mm-hmm.
That's a good place to buy them. You can probably
Yep.
buy them on a trusted online site though if you want it.
Um,
Interesting. I might have to look into that.
yes. Maybe we can get them monogrammed.
It'd be kind of nice if you had
Moving
like a
right along.
one-stop shop for crypto.
Moving right along.
No,
Maybe
I'm
we can
pitching
get
my
those
business, buddy. We're
monogrammed.
not moving on for anything. We talked about Mark Wahlberg for half an hour. Now I'm going to talk.
Hey, Marky Mark is a good advertising
I'm
piece,
just,
okay?
I
Hey,
know that's what
Joe.
I'm saying. Hey, I'm just going in there. Yeah. We've got a real bad connection, Chris. I don't know if you know that, but on my end, it's horrible. So
Sorry, guys. I don't know
I'm
what's
catching
going
about
on
every fifth
today.
word.
Sorry about that. I
It's
hope
the weather.
everybody else can hear better. Um, so, okay. The next thing that we want to talk about is the traps of confusion and shiny balls. Okay. And the reason we want to talk about that
Oh, yeah.
is because I can't tell you how many people get involved in a business and they begin to do their research. Funny thing is they don't do their due diligence and their research prior to joining. They do it after they join. Go figure. And and then they realize that there's a lot more to it, that they have to know a lot more than they realized that they were going to have to know, which is crazy, right? And so what they decide to do is they decide to start following Chris, and then they start following Joe, and then they start following Mark, and then they start following Beth and Pam and Jerry. And the funny part about that is you can't follow everybody. Okay? I know, Jeremy, right? So you can't follow everybody, and just because something's
Yeah.
shiny and looks new doesn't mean it's the best either. Okay? What I want to
It's just the
advocate
cracks.
here, right? Exactly. What I want to advocate here is commitment, right? I want to advocate long-term studying. Okay, so what do I mean by that? What exactly does Chris mean by that? Well, it's real easy. Um, it goes like this, y'all. If you if you have something and you're interested in that thing, then you need to learn everything you can about it, and then you need to stay abreast of it, and then you need to stay there. Okay, and if you're going to follow someone, you follow that person. You make that commitment to follow that person until you've learned everything they know. Okay, there's nothing else you can learn from that person. And then if you decide
Right.
that you want to go listen to somebody else or learn from someone else, you could do that. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But you want to make sure that you've gotten everything you can get from the first person, because everybody doesn't do things the same way. And what you're going to find is you're going to find that, if you're following 5 people, you're going to have 5 different ways to do something. You're going to be so confused, you're not going to know which way is up, which way is down, which way to go. Am I right, Joe? Talk on this subject, Joe.
That's right. Well, and the thing about it is, man, there's a lot of things out there, and this is speaking to the shiny balls factor. Is it goes boom and gets your attention, and you go, oh, okay, oh, and that's what it's designed to do. It's flash. I mean, it's it's the strobe light. So you look at it, you go, wait, it's really moving really fast, but it looks like it's moving slow, and it's that draw in thing, and things are there. That's there to distract you, to get you off your game. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a perfect sales technique. You know what I mean? You don't sell to somebody when they're being introspective. You know what I mean? That's not the way to do it. You need to get people excited, and then boom. And that's kind of the shiny ball theory. And it really is, but a lot of people take advantage of it. You know what I mean? They use it more of a negative thing.
Yes.
We want to get people excited and talk to them about things, but we're not doing it with like shiny, like Christmas trees. Like the cat playing with the globe.
The Christmas tree.
Christmas ornaments.
Knock it round.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, I hope the Christmas tree falls over. But on the cat. But just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of don't fall for it. Basically, kind of. I mean, I think they know most of this, Chris.
Well, I do too. I just wanted to kind of. I just wanted to point it out because I just wanted to point it out simply because. It's easy to do. I've found myself doing it. I've gotten caught doing it, and I have to tell myself, hey, stupid, you were over here listening to James. Why are you over here listening to Peter now? Peter's not going to agree with James, and James is not going to agree with Peter. So that's what we wanted to say about that. So the next thing that I really want to talk about, and this is a little bit of news. Oops, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay.
This messing this up real bad, buddy.
Yeah, I know. And it's probably the weather. I apologize to everybody. It's probably the weather. We're having some really bad weather today. So Bittrex. I don't know if everybody is getting if everybody's getting the emails, if everybody has a Bittrex account. But what I do want to tell everybody is, because this is news, this is breaking news. Bittrex is adding XRP and ETC in the U.S. dollar markets, and that will happen on 8/20. So if you have your Bittrex wallets, you can expect to see those pop up very soon. And if you don't have a Bittrex wallet, I would recommend that you get one. That exchange is pretty popular. Additionally, a lot of things move on that exchange, so it's a great place to trade and to buy coins and Bitcoin and things of that nature. Now, adding right into that and kind of going on the back end with that is this. On CoinMarketCap, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention or not. I don't know whether I didn't see it for a long time or it just recently was put up there. And when I say recently, maybe I'm talking 6 months or so. But at any rate, on CoinMarketCap, you may now click the buy now on the coins. Okay. And what's going to happen is it's going to take you guys, excuse me, it's going to take you guys to Changely. I hope I said that right. Changely. And what's really good about Changely, y'all, is I looked at Changely a year ago. Hadn't been there till recently. Their transaction limits are phenomenal. Okay, so we're talking about your first transaction being anywhere from $50 to 10,000, your daily limit being up to 20,000, and your monthly limit being up to 50,000. Now, that's pretty good. No, that's not pretty good. That is way good. Okay, and you can use your credit cards there or your debit cards there. The important thing to know is if you use your credit card, it is going to appear that you've had a cash advance. Now, let's talk about why that would be a good thing, because most people say, oh, God, I don't want to pay that cash advance fee. Joe, do you want to speak to why it's such a good thing that they are recognizing the cash advance as as a cash advance?
Yeah, I do. Thing
I
about it is a
thought you
cash
would.
advance means you're getting cash on your credit card. Yeah. So that means they recognize it as normal money. That's saying, hey, this is normal money. So if Visa and MasterCard say it's normal money, it's normal money. This is where we're getting into mass adoption. Okay. This is where it's a big deal that we're knocking on the door of 5,900 for the last 2 days. And we've even gotten down there and it keeps popping back and forth. That means you need to buy it. Mass adoption is coming.
Right.
And it's going to come faster than you think. And it's going to jump up to 10, 12, 14, 18,000 a coin. And you're going to go, well, I can't really afford to get very much of it now. Like, well, yeah, I know, but you could when it was 5,800. You know what I mean? The cheapest I've seen is 55 since I got into this. You know what I mean? Did I buy it 55? Yeah, you bet I did. You know what I mean? Did I buy it 65? You bet I did. Did I buy it 58? You bet I did. When it was almost 9 and it dropped, I mean, I keep buying. Why do I keep buying? Well, because it goes up higher, and when it drops down, I buy some more. I'm not talking buying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth or a whole Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I move some things around, take some profits from one little thing, and profit from another little thing. I put 20 from here and 20 from there and 10 from over here and $7 from this little thing that didn't do very well or whatever. And I go, boom, let's get some Satoshis.
Right.
Because my $5,500 Satoshis are fantastic. Those are my favorite ones. You know what I mean? They really are. That's the best Satoshi I've seen. And I know everybody likes those $20,000 Satoshis, but I like them $5,000 Satoshis. And then they go up to 20,000. That's what I'm saying. So, mass adoption is happening, and there's a lot of things coming down the pipe that's going to do it. If you think that there's going to be a lag or a L period, you're wrong. You're wrong, 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 wrong. And I can guarantee you, every big investor right now, they're watching this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're talking big money, the billionaires, the multi-millionaires. People are going to go in and buy, 500 million worth of coin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Go, boom, let's put it in this, and now we'll loan it out. All these things, they're already here. Okay? If you don't know they're happening, well, they're happening behind closed doors. It's already been adopted. It's done. And I know all of us that are here in cryptogenics, and most all of us that are on this call, we know that.
Right.
And this is really for the people that are out there that go, well, what's Bitcoin? Bitcoin is cryptocurrency, guys. It's, it's money. It's just money. It's money. And what I want to tell you is cash. And that leads me into this other thing I was want to talk about, this thing called Cash App. Mm-hmm. It's very easy. It's easier than Changely to get cash. And I'm going to give you a code that you can put in there. I'm shameless, dude. I'm sorry. Because if you put this code in there, you will get $5. That's right, $5 free.
Yeah.
But
why wouldn't you want $5 free?
That's great. What did you say, Chris?
Who wouldn't want $5 free, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm hawking everything today, buddy.
So, I want to
$5 free. Then you can come buy a T-shirt too.
Before we get too far away from what we were talking about, I want to add to that just a little bit. And everybody that I talk to, everybody that's in my circles and in my groups, they're constantly talking about what people are saying and what big organizations are saying and what what CoinMarketCap is saying and Cointelegraph and Bitcoin News and all these other things, right? CNN. What's funny to me is they're so busy looking and listening to what's being said that they're completely missing what's not being said. And to me, it's the things that aren't said that speak the loudest. Okay, so going back to CoinMarketCap and the buy now button and the Changely, right? And the fact that if you use a credit card, it's like a cash advance fee. Okay, now they didn't run that up, right? They didn't hoopla that. They didn't send up a million balloons. It didn't make the news that I know of, and there hadn't been any talk about it. Okay, it's just been something that you read it when you go to do it. You find out, hey, this is a cash advance fee, you know, and like Joe said, it is dead on. Okay, if credit card companies and Visa and MasterCard are starting to acknowledge that you are using credit as a cash advance to get your crypto, they're acknowledging
Yeah.
that it's worth cash, y'all. And
Mm-hmm.
that's huge. That's the unspoken word. Okay? That is the unspoken word. And that is huge. It's beautiful and it's huge. And I just wanted to point it out. I wanted to kind of make you guys aware. Don't always look for what's being said. Kind of look for the cryptic stuff too. You know, look for the things that nobody's talking about or not saying, because those are important too. Really important. So, hey Joe,
Oh, definitely.
tell everybody about the website.
Hey,
It's
Chris.
up and it's finished.
Oh yeah. Go to crypto www dot and it is www dot cryptofashion.com, and it's all up. Like, and even if you've been there already to look at it, go back and look at it because we've changed quite a few things on it. Chris went through and looked at it too and added some insights on the person. I made some things easier to read, things like that. But I kind of had to get it up and running before I could really see the things that needed fixed. But
Right.
go over there, look at it. It's fully operational, taking payments, everything. You know, you get a thank you email and all that stuff. You know, look out for the purple helicopter. You know, if you want to know whether the helicopter on there, it's because that's my wish board kind of thing. My goal is to be able to buy a helicopter. The one I want's it's a used Bell Ranger, but it's about a used one's like, I don't know, right around 2 million. But that's like my goal, one of my goals. You know, so I put a helicopter on the page. You know, I've got a helicopter right here. This little wood one. But look, it flies. It works.
Yes, it does.
I even had to do some repair on it because it broke. Well, it did work. Oh well. Anyway, you know, but yeah, go over there and check that out. There's shirts on there. Then there's going to be more stuff to come. And what I'm going to do is kind of like, I'm going to put stuff up that's not ready to go yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not really for sale, but it's kind of let you know what's coming down the line with
Right.
everything. You know, we're going to do what everybody wants. You know what I mean? We're working for everybody else. We just have to get through this first order. You know what I mean? I got to get this first order knocked out, and then it's kind of off to the races. But I need to get the first order knocked out so I can build that relationship with my manufacturer. You know what I mean? And so, you know, and it's all about building relationships, guys. Every type of business is. You know, and this one, you know, I can build it face to face with them. You know, I didn't use one of those things that are online, you know, where I'm sending in and go and do this, and they're going, oh yeah, buy this, and we hope it turns out good. I can touch everything. I can see everything with my own eyes. I can feel the shirts. You know, it's a real. I don't mean to say it's a real business thing, but it's real face to face, grown up people business. Not
It's adulting.
Hey, would you send me a video game token? You know what I'm saying?
It's adulting.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
I'm not being a smart aleck about that, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like, yeah. It's adulting.
So
I can shake somebody's hand and look them in their eye and know if they're lying to me or not. You know what I mean?
So I want to say to Sharon, she asked, so we can just go to the website.
I don't even know if we can do ball caps.
I want to say to Sharon that she asked, can we go to the website? Yes, absolutely. We were giving Joe, or we were giving Joe's number, and we were giving the actual email address for the company because we didn't have the website ready for you guys to use and be able to purchase. So Now it is,
Right.
and Mr. Brandon Ivy was the very first person to put in an order. Thank you, Mr. Brandon Ivy. We did receive your order, and we thank you for that
Yeah, thank you, Brandon.
patronage. And so we know
This
that
is the
it's
first order
working.
on the website. We had orders.
Right.
Yeah.
Joe, that's what I said.
Okay.
So
Right.
we didn't even get a chance to test it before Brandon
Oh,
actually used it. So we thank you, Brandon, for being our test. It worked wonderfully, and the biggest thing is that for everybody, we're gonna do everything that cryptogenics allows us to do. So and it's real important that everybody understand all of these products, everything that we're doing, if it has KGX or cryptogenics on it, it has to be approved and it has to go through legal and compliance. So, you know, it takes a few minutes, right? We design things sometimes and we throw it to them and they kick it back to us and we think it's great and they say no. So, what we're going to do is do our best to get everything out. And
well,
hopefully we will have a pretty good lineup before the holidays because I know people will want to buy a lot of stuff for the holidays. So that's kind of our goal. And
definitely.
here's the other thing that I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Joe and I are working around the clock, or it feels like we're working around the clock on a lot of different stuff. Stuff to help you guys, stuff to improve your businesses, our businesses. The T-shirt thing is just a side thing that just popped up. But at the end of the day, we're business people, just like you are. So, if there's anything we can do to help anybody, obviously, you guys know that we will do that, and we will try to do anything that we can. We have a presentation today, and it's in 20 minutes. So we're going to have to round this thing up pretty quick.
Oh, yeah,
I
we do.
want to remind everybody this, though. We want to remind people there are still cars, there are still Rolexes, there are still all kinds of rewards out there that Cryptogenics is offering. So remember what we said about September being the kickoff. This is August. You need to have all your eggs in the basket before the end of this month. And you need to know what you're doing. You need to have your goals set. You need to have your eye on the prize, whatever that is. So, hey Joe, will you close us out today, buddy?
Yeah, I will. I'm going to say one thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon asked about ball caps, and we can do ball caps. It's not necessarily, I don't have permission on KGX stuff, but there's
Right.
other Bitcoin things and things like that we're doing, other designs. So
Mm-hmm.
just out there. Go to the site, check it out, please. Just let me know what you think. You don't have to buy anything. I just want to know if everybody likes it.
Right.
And yeah, love y'all. Have a great day. Sorry, I know we're kind of running late. I got
Love everybody.
Say. I'll say it tomorrow. Okay. Bye, guys.
We love
y'all.
you.
Have fun.
Have a great day.
See ya. Enjoy.